Foremost, what's going on with you? When are we gonna see you back?
I'm talking to Al and my team. As far as possible date and whatnot. I got Anthony, my manager, on it as well. He's been talking to Sam Watson.
Yeah.
Just trying to get in where we fit in and see. It's funny. The first few months after the Porter loss, I was like, man, I'm glad I'm done, man. It's just a weird feeling though, as the longer you stay out, and I guess because I'm around it so much, it's like little by little you start to think like, man, I kind of miss this, man. I kind of miss this feeling, It was weird because at first I was like, man, better these guys than me, I would see a heated exchange in a fight, and man, I'm gonna go, man, I'm glad I'm out here, man. I don't have to go through those anymore, But then like as time went by, it was like, oh man, I kind of miss this, man. I kind of miss this. You start to pay less attention to the pain in the ring and more attention to the roar of the crowd and the adrenaline and just the rush of competition that you want to feel again, And it's like, I said, I just got in the gym. I can't train consistently because I got so many damn jobs. But if I would get a fight, I would definitely make more of an effort to train consistently. But at the same time, I do train the way I can. And I have been doing some road work. I even got into some sparring lately, and I feel pretty good. So we'll see. We'll see where getting where we fit in. Like I said.
I mean, you're fortunate that you have that landing pad of the multiple jobs. I'm guessing you're talking all broadcasting.
Yeah,
there.
Exactly.
But in terms of getting back in the gym, how long did you have to take off just for health-related reasons? I know you had some recovery.
I wasn't even thinking about how long do I have to take off because I didn't think I'd be back anyway.
Yeah.
So it was kind of good because my whole mind was away from it. Because it was like, you sometimes when you're hurt, but you're gonna fight again, you're like, man, you get antsy. I remember when I used to have hand injuries, man, I was always antsy, but when I would get back in, I was never antsy, luckily, because I really didn't think I would fight again. In my mind, I had made up, like, I think I'm done, So by the time I started getting these kind of feelings back, feeling the type of way about wanting to fight and wanting to get back in there, it had been a good 8 months, 8-9 months already, So end of last year, I kind of just started feeling like a little bit like, man, I kind of want to get back in. And by then I was okay, it was cool.
What were the symptoms and how long did it take for them to go away?
It was just like post-concussion stuff, waking up every morning with nausea. I mean, it was like disgusting nausea every morning, man. I felt like I was pregnant, It's like, man, it's like every morning. Or like, over the course of the day, like random, like drastic headaches and nausea. A lot of nausea and headache spells, It would come randomly, definitely every morning. How I have to wake up, get my day started and kind of like get the cobwebs out, and then little by little, got better. When I started realizing I was okay, playing soccer with my buddies, and I was able to head the ball, and I wasn't feeling anything, And I remember my manager being like, "Yo, you're heading the ball, you okay?" And I'm like, "You know what? I'm pretty good, like I'm okay." So I was like, "I think I could take a head blow, So then, like I said, I've recently started sparring, and everything seems to be okay,
I mean, you're in a hurt sport, but that's still got to be frightening to be getting those symptoms for so long.
Yeah, it was a little while. What's crazy, man? I mean, you worry about later long term, remember Javier Jauregui died of a stroke last year, and it's like, sometimes I think, like, does that, like, stay with you later on, and then you can get these random, because, you can see, like, a heart attack coming, you can see something, cancer coming, you can see a stroke coming, you know what I'm saying? So, like, that kind of made me scared a little bit when I heard Jauregui and the way he died like that, but, if you're not living a certain way, you're basically dead anyway. You know what I mean? Like, I'm alive, so I want to live. You know what I mean? And I want to feel the rushes, and I want to feel I want to feel what is being alive in my life, and going for the gusto and going for big things. And just feeling the excitement of things like competition. So I'm alive, man. I'm not dead, so I'd still rather enjoy it.
No, thank you. How do you have that in between then of being alive, living the career that you've been having, but also avoiding that situation that you had to deal with?
Yeah, that's the kind of the thing, some people tell me, oh man, like, you got this job now, what are you going to do it for? It's not always about money mainly, you know what I'm saying? Obviously it's always about money, but it's not always about money while you do something.
You've been doing this almost your whole life.
Yeah, I was fighting the amateurs for free, and I loved it, so like, and not to say I was fighting for free, but what I'm saying is, you feel like a need to to feel what's that word? You know, you feel tested. You know, broadcasting is a great job, and I have a lot of fun doing it. It doesn't test me the same way. I don't think anything will ever test you like combat. You know, so you know, I love the feeling of being tested, and I love the feeling of, oh man, can I really accomplish this? Can I not really accomplish this? I want to try. You know, like you can't. Being afraid to fail has never been one of my shortcomings. You know, I've never been afraid to fail. So I love the feeling of trying to do something that maybe I can't, or maybe I can. You know, broadcasting, I know I can do it, and it's a great job, but it's not that same rush. Combat is always that rush because, you know, there's always people that, you know, that are going to be better than you or going to give you trouble, or the public might think are better than you, or you might not want to think so and whatnot, and you want to just test yourself out there, you know. I think when my career is over, years from now, whether I won or lost these big fights, at least I'll be able to say, you know, I was in the ring with those guys. I was in the ring with that guy. I was in the ring with that guy. You know, when people talk about great fighters, you know, oh man, you know what? I got to share a night with that guy in front of a big crowd, and it was really cool, you know. And you know, whether I won the fight or whether I lost the fight, you know, I had some cool experiences, some cool nights when it comes to that. And so I want to have maybe a little more.
So what's the goal from here? And two-part, how do you know then when to hang up your gloves?
The goal is just be in big fights and big moments, you know, and I see these PBC fights, and I'm signed to the right team, so I'm like, man, I would really love to be a part of this, you know, like this would really be cool, you know. I don't know if I have a long-term goal as far as wanting to win a certain fight or wanting to win another world title. Obviously, I'd love to win another world title, and you know, a 3-time world champion gives me a good push to possibly make the Hall of Fame. You know, I don't know if what I did now will do that. You know, but a world title would be nice. Of course, I don't know how that would be possible if Mayweather and Pacquiao are going to lock up 3 of the 4 world titles. You know, but of course, you know, you say certain things, you don't know if they're really going to happen. But again, just in the very least, just to live the big moment again. You know, that for me that's pretty cool. And in the very least, I'd like to experience that a couple more times at least. You know.
And so then, how do you know then when to hang him up? I mean, you went through that kind of what could have been a life-changing experience. You're coming back for good reasons.
Yeah,
but how do you know when enough is enough?
Yeah, I don't think you ever know for sure. You know, it's funny. I think like sometimes I think about it and I'm like, you know, I say like 1 more year, but then I'm like, man, if in a year I'm on the verge of getting a big fight, I'm not going to stop in a year. You know, and it's like, I don't know. You don't know when for sure. It's funny because my manager was actually having this conversation with me yesterday, Anthony Catanzaro, and he played semi-pro soccer, and he's like, you just got to know when it's time. And I'm like, I know, but how do you know when it's time? Because all athletes don't ever want to believe that. And he's like, he goes, I don't understand it. He goes, well, me? He goes, I just knew when the younger guys were starting to take my spots, he goes, they're taking my starting positions and whatnot, I knew, like, you know what, I took myself off. You know, I didn't want to sit the bench. You know, I lowered my level of competition and went to the lower divisions. You know, I couldn't, I didn't want to lie to myself. I guess, I don't know, that's a team sport. I don't know. Yeah. In boxing, I don't know. It's like, yeah, you know what's crazy? You have one good day in sparring and you're like, man, I really got it. And it'll be okay. It'll make up for 5 bad ones. You know, you'll have that one good day in sparring, you'll be like, man, if I could put a night like this together on a fight night, man, I'll be good. I'm golden. I can still pull off one of these. So even if you have like 5 bad days in the gym, you have one good one and you're like, and you hang your hat on that day because you're like, if I have one of those days on a fight night, man, I'm good. I'm golden, you know, and everybody's gonna think I'm back. So it's just your mind plays tricks on you. I don't even have the answer, man. I'm not gonna do this for long, you know. But again, I want to experience it just a little more.
All right.